Lori Lightfoot is the progressive mayor of Chicago. This is a woman who, at the height of the pandemic, was telling everyone to stay home and stay masked, who was out on the streets unmasked with the rioters as they were burning down her city. As you know, Chicago, which has some of the strictest, if not the strictest gun laws in the country, also has an insane amount of gun murders every weekend. Could we get the numbers on the gun murders of Chicago this past weekend? She has defunded the police. She has brought in every idiotic progressive policy possible. We've got the numbers already. At least 46 people were shot in Chicago this weekend. Now, why is it that you wouldn't have heard about that? Is it that they maybe want to cover it up because they don't like the skin color of the people who did the shooting and who got shot? It doesn't fit the narrative. Could that be it? Could it also expose that the gun laws that these ridiculous people have don't work at all? Yeah. Anyway, she defunded the police. Chicago is a freaking nightmare at the moment, much like Portland, much like Seattle, much like San Francisco, much like LA. You guys get it all. But now she has the gall, the absolute gall, to blame the business owners. And this is very much like a video we showed you about 2 weeks ago. Remember, we had a video out of Minnesota where Ilhan Omar, who also defunded the police in Minnesota, where she was blaming the police officers now for not doing their job. So she defunds the police, crime increases, murder increases, general mayhem and chaos ensues, and then she blames the people that she defunded in the first place. Well, here's just a short video of Lori Lightfoot blaming the business owners for not doing enough to protect their own businesses.
I'm disappointed that they're not doing more to take safety and make it a priority. For example, we still have retailers that won't institute plans like having security officers in their stores, making sure that they've got cameras that are actually operational.
Oh, God, she's so ridiculous. So you defund the police. People feel that they can commit crimes more. We know about all these DAs who don't prosecute crimes, right? So you're allowed to steal a certain amount of stuff. And instead of her looking in the mirror, although I can get why she doesn't want to look in the mirror, instead of her looking in the mirror and saying, oh, maybe I had something to do with this. Maybe my policies, even though I think I'm a good, tolerant progressive and everything I do is good just because I believe it's good, maybe my policies are increasing crime, right? Like I did this, now this happened, maybe there's a connection. Who knows? Instead of doing that, though, she's blaming the business owners for not having more security in their stores. In a sane society, you wouldn't need a lot of security in stores. Just think, anyone watching this, think about your childhood, wherever you went. If you went to a drugstore, if you went to a clothing store, you went to a sneaker store, usually they didn't have security. Maybe occasionally at some stores, like at a Best Buy, they'd have a guy at the door, right? Because there's a lot of electronic equipment, expensive stuff. But you could walk into a Foot Locker and there wouldn't be a need for a security guy there. You could walk into H&M and it's not like they're really worried that someone's going to steal that $6 t-shirt. But now all of these stores have security guys, and it's because the government is not doing its job. It's in a direct dereliction of its very duty. So she's blaming the stores for not doing enough. The stores, which are already struggling, by the way, they're struggling because the economy ain't great. Sorry, Joe. The stores are struggling, so maybe they can't even afford to have these people there, right? They can't afford to hire more people when you're struggling. It's basic math. I know those guys don't like math either. So what do we do? What do we do when you have a whole bunch of politicians who don't understand or are intentionally doing it? I mean, actually, I'm tired of giving these people, the good intentions thing, okay? Like, oh, your intentions are good. Well, if the results are always bad, at some point, we can't play that game anymore. So either she wants to destroy Chicago or she's an idiot. I don't know what the two options beyond that would be. So she's blaming they're not hiring enough security, even though it should be her job to make sure that, we live that her constituents live in a lawful city. And they don't have enough cameras there. Well, the cameras are meaningless too, because if they caught all the people stealing the crap, they wouldn't prosecute them anyway, right? We know this. I mean, every day you go on Twitter at any given moment, there's just endless looting happening all over the country. And it's like, yeah, it's all caught on video, but they're not going to do anything about that. So, Lori Lightfoot, I don't like you.